Hello, Tatiana.
Hello.
What time?
Hello.
What time is
What
that?
11 p.m.
Oh, well, still bearable. Okay, 11 p.m. is not 2 a.m.
Yes. That's right. But I usually go to bed very early, approximately 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m.
So you have to get up at 6,
Yes, every day.
and then you go to.
To my office. So
So you,
I leave home at 7:30 to get to my work, to my
Mhm.
job, and
To my work.
to my work. Yes.
So how far is it? How far do you leave from the office?
It depends on transport I go to work. So
You
if I
mean means
how
of
I can use
yeah.
means of transport.
Hmm.
If I go to work by bus, I have
Okay.
so it takes me 1 hour and a half, 1.5 hour
One and a
to
half hours, so 90 minutes.
yes, because
Like a car in
I
Russia.
have yes how so I have to sometimes I have to go there by two buses with a transfer. There
Yeah,
is
you have
only
one transfer, yeah,
yes one transfer. But
or or one
if I
connection.
go
It's,
to work by car, it
mhm.
usually takes me 45 minutes.
You mean by car you have to take a taxi or
Not a taxi, my personal car. If I drive to my work, or my
so?
husband takes me to my work.
So you drive, okay, but I guess you choose another option. You use public transport.
Most often I have to go to work by public transport, but sometimes I can use my own car.
Why is the traffic so heavy?
And the traffic, of course, very heavy, and I live far from my office, so both.
Well, so and then you have to work till.
I
Oh, Julia's here. Okay.
yeah.
It's good. Hi,
So
Julia.
Hi,
Okay,
hi, Vadim from
glad to
Tatiana.
see you. Yeah, gotta work hard, okay? Because see, like we have just a few weeks left, and then it'll be 3 months. Wow.
yeah.
Are you guys tired, exhausted, or you are strong as ever, like never
Well,
before?
I can't say that I'm tired or something like that. Of course, it's a little bit tough to organize your free time, to arrange your time for everything, family, work, and homework, and the course. But still, it's so I got accustomed to it.
Yeah, you just get used to this, and then so the
Yeah.
same thing about you, Julie. You got used to doing this on a regular basis.
Mm, I think that I'm not tired, but I try to organize my free time and try to learn more. Try to learn more words, to learn collocations. But sometimes it is very difficult for me to make some videos. I try to avoid this, and I don't know why, but when I do these videos, I'm very excited and I see that I have some results. I just begin to speak more and more, and I try to speak more. I try to use more words, and when I saw my last videos,
When I
I
watched, better say like when I
when I
watched.
watch, yes, when I
Mhm.
watch my last videos, I um, understood that my vocabulary is small, and most of the times I use um, um, uh, the same
Yeah,
collocations, maybe the same words, and I think that I need to work harder, and the result will be
I'd say that you need more videos because when you use those collocations, let's say 10 times, so you have to maybe tell 10 different stories, not the one that you are provided with. I'm talking about the course itself, the stories that we created for you. But let's say you are talking about something else, and this is why I started introducing you to using videos on YouTube. Because when you watch something, then you might come, you might, well, let's say, come across. You might come across different expressions that perhaps are not in our course, but they are still related to a specific or particular topic. If we talk about traveling or money or health, then you can see that those expressions can help you to speak. Let's say, I don't know, just probably you have a deeper conversation. So you can say more because vocabulary always limits you. So if you know only three expressions or three phrases, then you are limited. You have to stay within those like borders. Okay, let's say it's a border, yeah. But the circle, I just call it a circle around you, can be enlarged. It can be, so the distance, your speaking distance, can grow. Of course, you know, if you are limited to a fewer expressions, then in this case you can't really say much, and that's how this language barrier begins or starts, because you are just blocked. It's not because, psychologically, some people say like, oh, it's psychologically, okay, this language barrier. No, it doesn't matter. Even when I go to the bar and I get drunk and I still know three expressions, I am still limited. The only thing which will change, it's my let's say my ability of not caring about this anymore. So let's say when I'm sober, yeah, I'm not drunk. Then I don't. Then I do care. So I think, I analyze. Yes, I kind of like look down on myself, and I start, beating myself up for not being able to say something. So I get disappointed, and even I feel annoyed. But when you're drunk, all those things, they just disappear because, well, because you're relaxed, you're intoxicated. Okay, you know, you've seen probably your husbands, and so you understand what I'm talking about when people get drunk. But you're still limited. But when you know a lot of words and expressions, then you don't need to get drunk, obviously, because you are not limited. So this, like I said, this distance is pretty far. So you can talk, you can connect expressions pretty fast, um, and then you don't really feel this language barrier because you can probably go pretty far. So you can speak for a pretty uh, long period of time. So we do make mistakes because that's not our first language, and so those things you have kind of like to let it go. Yeah, that's the song by Beatles. Let it go. So you let them go, but you become aware of your mistakes, that so that later you could work on it, and you can learn from your mistakes. I keep saying this all the time, and then it becomes better and better and better because uh, all you have to do is just to be productive in terms of speech delivery. So you can say whatever you need to say, and you can get by. Get by is survive. You can survive. Okay, get by. Like, oh, sorry, police officer, I saw a car accident, was just, and then you have to say something. So let's say it was just 2 kilometers away. I think there are two people down on the ground. They cannot move. Like, those are the things that you would probably talk about. Okay, okay, hold on a sec. I need to control this. Oh, okay, done. Okay, see, I like that Valerie. She already understands that if she wants to, it's okay. Yeah, if she wants to make some noise, or she has to eat something or whatever, she has to turn off her microphone. Otherwise, it will get on our nerves. Yeah, we will be irritated, and we will start hating that person We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to do that, and we don't want to curse that person. Yeah, and plus it's good because now she has to use her body language a lot to communicate. I like that. That's a great exercise. All right, so this week you have been studying entertainment. Looking at your faces, I can see. I don't know how I guessed that Valerie was eating, but I was right. Yeah, I saw that she was munching on something, like she's trying to hide that. She's like a hamster now. It's not me. So I see that, looking at your faces, guys, it seems to me that you don't really have a lot of fun. Okay, Valerie, she has her guitar classes. That's okay. But what about you, Tatiana and Julia? You look pretty not very excited. Okay.
Oh, no, I can't say that I'm very excited. I just started my work with the week number 9, and today in the morning I watched all videos and made my mind map. But I can't say that no, I just started to work with new collocations and quotes, and I understood that my life is very boring. I can't say anything
Thank you.
about
Thank you for being
entertainment.
honest. I appreciate your honesty.
And I under understood that I need to do more and to go out more,
Yeah,
maybe.
right, right. Okay, so what about you, Tatiana? Do you ever go out?
Yes, today I went out with my son. We went to the movie theater. So he has holidays, and we have to use this opportunity of having free time and having no classes, just to go out and have fun.
What if we forget for a while that you're a mom? Okay, let's talk about you personally. You as a woman.
So
What do you do for fun for yourself?
for myself, I usually may go out with my husband for
Okay, so you
some
have a
nice
date. Yes,
cafe,
it's a date.
some kind of a date.
It's a
Yeah,
date. It's a date.
yes. Sometimes he asks me out just
Okay.
maybe to have a work, and we often drop at some cafe or restaurant, not planning it, and it's usually we usually have great time together.
You have a
We
blast.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have we have a blast. He uh, it's difficult to have a blast with me because I don't drink alcohol. Maybe that's why I it might be not so funny maybe for him, but still.
So you
So
you like control, right? So you cannot let things go. You cannot go wild. Yeah, that's
I
not you.
just not the case that I like to control everything. It's just I don't see any necessity in alcohol.
No,
I
I'm not
can.
talking about alcohol. There are some other drugs that you can use and to your success. And I'm not talking
I'm
about.
not into it
Oh,
at
let's forget
all.
about drugs, okay, and some strange substances. But let's talk about just getting positive vibes.
Hmm.
So you feel like going out, or you just you're homesick. You're like homebody.
I can say that I'm much of a homebody, but of course, whenever I have an opportunity to go out, I always use it, and I don't see anything strange about it. But of course, I like being at home. But like any person, sometimes I get bored with staying at home, and I want to go somewhere to have a blast.
Okay,
So
all
and
right. To have what I heard you saying, to have a glass or a blast.
blast,
Oh, blast. Okay, great.
blast.
I thought maybe I misheard something. Maybe there's a better tendency, like where there's hope for you. You have a glass then you can have a blast. You see, you can even rhyme
Sometimes,
it.
of course, it can happen. So, but I just don't like alcohol.
All right, let's talk about those videos I gave you. Okay, so
Mhm.
did you find them handy, useful? Like this idea of watching a vlog and then using that vocabulary in terms of, let's say, we can always maybe write down some useful collocations that later we can use ourselves, like learning from native speakers and not even paying them, huh? All right, that's a smart idea. So, Julia, what do you think? Was that a great idea to watch a video? Did you
Yes,
really learn a lot? Go ahead.
yes, I really like these videos because I understood most of the things they said, and I like that their speech is very fast for me, maybe, and it's very entertainment for me. It was very interesting to listen to them, and I understood that videos can help me to learn more, to get new information and to learn new collocations and words. These videos I liked more than two of those videos in topic about shopping.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but these two videos,
Well, it's
I think
entertainment, you know.
they the best. Yes, they are entertainment maybe, but maybe I'm not so interested in shopping. And also I can add that maybe last 2 weeks I started watching videos on YouTube about my uh, about my work, about my proficiency, about pharmacy and pharmacists, and it's very interesting for me because I just learn how to speak in English about my everyday work, about
What do you mean, like when you
work.
learn? Like, do you actually? How do you learn? You write down, use the method that you were
No,
introduced to.
no, I just listen these videos to these videos when I go to my work in the morning in metro and in the evening, and it's very interesting for me. I understood that most of these words I learned before, and I know now that I can use them
All right,
to
that's
describe
great.
my
That's
work.
great. So, but okay, that's the question for all of you. Do you understand the technicality of how to look for videos yourself? The videos that have closed captions. Did you understand how to do this on your own without my help? Diana, Julia, kid, anybody, come on, jump in.
Uh, oh, so I got the idea, and I agree with Julia that these two um, videos in this topic, entertainment, were much more exciting than the previous. And I don't know why. Maybe because of the manner of speaking of speakers in this entertainment, they were more
Vivid,
interesting. Huh?
vivid, vivid,
Vivid, yes, because especially the
lively.
first and lively. So the first blogger about shopping, when she went shopping to some supermarket, it was so boring for me. I don't know why.
When it's boring, okay, what you can do, you can just go through this pretty fast, like that. And it's I've been, I've been looking for a while, and still, it's pretty hard to find a great video about shopping because
I,
normally people don't really do much.
I understand this.
Yeah,
So I just used it as a task, and I have to
yeah.
do
It
it. And
just
it
sometimes it gets to the point where you have to learn what
yes.
people say. And I wouldn't say like, okay, so if I made a video myself, and okay, so I went to the nearest shopping mall, Galilea, and I'm sure that it would also be boring. I would have to kind of like become some kind of clown, like, hey guys, okay, look what I'm putting on. You would not be interested in me doing that. But I guess, let's say linguistically speaking, we can be interested in what we want, what we can learn from those people, like how they talk about certain things. like that was my concern. That was my idea to give you those videos based maybe not on entertainment and fun, but based on what you could learn from watching those videos by
So
watching those videos.
I got the idea. That's why I'm not complaining, but
Yeah, please don't.
yes, it's not totally about this. Uh, but the speakers in the entertainment blogs were much more exciting, and I enjoyed really the.
Right. So, do you think that those? I guess you're talking about those two guys. Do you think that if those two guys, went shopping, do you think they could come up, or they would end up having a great video that we would all love? What do you think?
I think yes, and if I'm not mistaken, I have already watched other videos, their videos. I
Mm-hmm.
think they've been to Uzbekistan, and my friends from Uzbekistan gave the link to their story
Okay.
visiting this country, and it was very interesting and exciting to listen and to watch.
All right. So I want to introduce a few things that to you what we are going to go through because I see that today we have a great number of people. Well, let's say a decent number of people, at least four. I think Olga, she's somewhere around. She's just not saying anything. And Valerie, she's in and out. She's kind of like that a scared fox, like she's in her hole and then out. Yeah, well, she shows herself and then she disappears. Probably taking care of some other stuff she needs to tend to. All right, so I want to talk about entertainment today, and I know some of you have done your videos, some of you are going to get done the videos that you were asked of. But I want to talk about like fun. Okay, so your city, the place where you live, pretty well, right? And so, what would you recommend to a friend who would be going to your place, city, town, for just a few days, and that person would be a party animal? A party animal?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah, right. So I want
totally
you to
like
think
her.
about this. Okay, take a moment and think about this for a minute. So try to use some of those collocations to describe that particular fun that you would like to recommend to your friend. Okay. So at least 10, I hope. Give me a 10, okay? You'll make me super happy. And yeah, so that's it pretty much. So I'll give you 1 minute using my stopwatch. And while you're going through this, I will tell you some of my thoughts. Well, I will share some of my thoughts with you. I know that a lot of people can be easily impressed by this ability that I possess or I have connecting words fast. But I understand that not everybody needs to speak as fast as I can, and not everybody can put words as fast as I can, and probably they don't need to because we're all different. I think that the most important thing when you converse, when you talk, when you speak, when you communicate with somebody, it's how it's not how, but what you want to say. What do you need to deliver? What kind of idea you have to get across? And because when I went to church, American church, I was just taught this technique because I was speaking with a lot of teenagers, and teenagers, they speak pretty fast, and normally it's pretty abrupt speech. So they kind of like jump on many things, or they touch on many things, and some things they never finish. If you listen to how teenagers speak, then you will understand me when I'm talking about. And then later, slowly, I developed a more, I would say, structured way of speaking without just jumping around. And but you do not have to worry about anything. So you have your own style, your own manner of how you speak. There are a few only things that you really need to take into consideration. Number one is to be able to express yourself freely. And what I'm talking about knowing a lot of expressions, collocations, chunks, call them whatever you want. Something that would not limit your speaking ability. Then, second thing, you need to be understandable. So whatever you say, so people need to understand what you're saying. I mean, I'm talking about clear or understandable, at least understandable pronunciation. Yeah. Then your flow, so that you can blend sounds, you can blend words. So it's not like you're enunciating every word, like to feel like, dude. I want to tell. No, it's just I want to tell you about. So it just goes, flows. That's number two. And I think number three, of course, is grammar because let's say I always put grammar somewhere on the burner because I believe that it can be naturally mastered. You just have to pay attention to this. But of course, you still need to be at least at some point. You need to be correct. So if you're speaking about past, then okay, use past. Yeah, so you don't mix it up. So those are the things that I wanted to tell you. Because let's say like Valerie, she can speak faster than maybe Julia, but it doesn't mean that Julia she speaks necessarily worse. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So okay, well, it's been 4 minutes already. All right. So whoever wants to start, we got a great number of different collocations here. You like doing something, to be bored to death. Couch potato, probably it's outdated. Maybe I feel like it's not really used that much. Mm-hmm. A couch potato, probably by elder people. So who knows? Okay, so Valerie, you're with us, or are you still munching on something? Okay, probably she's munching.
I'm actually driving.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, so a careless driver. So I'm gonna switch off the camera so that I can speak and I can actually participate. So I'm shutting off
oh,
the
great.
camera.
What? Yeah, what a woman cannot do, right? She can drive a
I
car,
can
speak English,
juggle. Yeah,
and
multitasking. Ask me what can I
yeah,
do.
feed herself, and maybe probably deliver a baby
Oh my
on her way
gosh.
to the hospital. Who knows?
Oh no way, it's not me.
Yeah, you don't need to go to watch Rambo. Okay, just watch Valerie driving.
Come on, stop kidding.
All right. So anyway, let's start with you, Tatiana. Okay, I'm sure you're ready. So
Okay.
what can we do for fun in your town?
Well, my town isn't as big as Moscow or St. Petersburg, and I think of course, it can't compete with entertainment in your cities, but still, we have some interesting places where you can go to if you are bored to death. We have a lot of escape rooms, and if you feel like doing something interesting, you can choose any themed escape room you like and go there to have fun. I want to have great fun. Actually, I had such an experience, but I didn't quite like it. Maybe
Mhm.
it's not for me, and I don't find it interesting. But still, I know that a lot of people like it. Uh, you can also go back rolling. Just to hang out with your friends and have a blast. And if you want to, you can get drunk.
How dangerous is it to go bar crawling in your town?
I don't think it's
You're
dangerous.
not going to get stabbed or anything like that. Get beaten by somebody, no?
It might happen, but
Okay.
still, I think it's not that dangerous. If you're if you are not going to go on a fight, I think it's quite okay. So our city is not as dangerous
As Saratov, for example, yeah.
For example, I don't know how dangerous it is in Saratov, but still. So if you want to eat out, I recommend to visit one of the top-rated restaurants of our city. It's called Echo. So
Okay,
yes, I like it very much. It has a very stylish interior, and the service is perfect there. So you can really enjoy the time there. And I also would recommend to go to to see a hockey match. It's a really must see because you have an opportunity to watch the games with the top hockey clubs of our city, or not city, country, I mean, and even to see the play of the hockey players from a national team.
yeah, you can say like you can root for.
Yes.
Do you know this expression to root for somebody?
To root for?
Root for somebody, which when it's support, it's about sports.
Yes. So the atmosphere is great there, but you have to buy tickets in advance because they are often sold out. And so it's, I think it's a great and exciting experience.
Sounds like fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun, and I'm a fan of our hockey team, and I like it very much. So you can also go camping in our city. We have a lot of places for that. The nature is quite beautiful and picturesque, and you can go fishing and have a great experience in fishing.
Wow, sounds like paradise to me.
Yes.
Paradise in Russia.
Yes. And I know that even people from Moscow and other Western regions of our country come to our region just to have this maybe nature in their life and just to go fishing.
Just to get this experience, I would say.
Yes, just to get this experience.
Because you can say like a wide range of different activities is available to you.
Yes. So, of course, we have a lot of cinemas and a lot of, not a lot of, but we have some theaters and we have a lot of museums if you are into this kind of activity. You can also learn a lot about our city and history of our city. And you can just enjoy the views of our city.
I think it's great. Okay.
Yeah. I think one of the gems of our city is that you can easily go to China, and it costs only 5 or 6,000 rubles, and you can spend a weekend in China. You don't need to get a visa. You just go there as a member of a tourist group, just to have a blast, to experience the food of Chinese food and Chinese culture.
So how do you get there? You get there by plane or by bus?
By boat. By boat.
By boat.
Okay. Yes. So we're
like ferry, you mean?
Not a ferry. It's just meteor. I don't know how. So it's a special kind of a boat, not a ferry.
I know. I'm going to tell you. So I know what you're talking about. We also have this here in St. Petersburg. They travel from St. Petersburg to Peterhof in the summer.
Yeah. Exactly the same.
So you have that too, yeah?
Yes, that kind of boats. And so you see, China is only 40 kilometers away from our city. And a lot of people like this kind of so relax maybe, or just to have a break from their work and routine. So they go to China to go shopping. There are a lot of, mostly people go shopping there. They buy everything they can buy there, from clothes up to furniture and whatever. So
That boat, okay, that we wanted to talk about, okay,
Mhm.
like it's hydrofoil.
Hydra what?
Hydro, because you know hydro it's like hydro, yes. So
Yes.
hydrofoil.
Oil.
Yeah, I'm going to replace this because it has this lifting surface foil that operates in water, and foil it's this sharp pointing thing. Yeah, normally there are two of them just below that boat. So that's why hydra because water, and foil because of those things. Okay. Yeah. So hydrofoil. Okay. Yeah, we have them. All right, great. They're pretty pricey though. So, but it takes like 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and then you can already find yourself in Peterhof. It's worth doing this at least once, so you get this experience, and it's pretty cool when you're kind of like I don't know if you can be. No, you cannot be outside, so you have to be inside. But you can open a window, okay? Yeah, so it's fine. All right, great. Okay, so hey, Julie, you are maybe you have any questions for Tatiana?
No, I don't have questions.
Well, are you excited about anything Tatiana said?
It was interesting, I think, and it is very interesting when you live nearby another country and you can invite in one day uh, be abroad and to see how people in another country live and to try their food, try on their life and to see what it looks
I'm
like.
sure that food is not really not that there's no such a big difference between let's say what we eat here in St.
Yes,
Petersburg and
we behave the same.
I
Yeah.
mean what you have some kind of salad I don't know about or some kind of meal dish that I've never tried. Okay, maybe. All right, put somebody or someone on the spot by asking Julia this question. I put her on the spot. To put somebody on the spot, it's when you let's say cause them embarrassment. Embarrassment or like difficulty, because kind of like by forcing them um, at that moment, like to answer a difficult question. Or I ask you maybe to make a very important decision that maybe you don't want to, so I put you on the spot. Let's say Julie and I were both on the stage, and I have to give speech about our product. Okay, so let's say our product is this connector or adapter as for iPhone, and then I'm kind of like I'm not prepared, so and I elbow Julia, and I said like, "Hey, Julia, can you start? And then I'll join you later. So I just need to have a glass of water." And so, and then she can say like, "Vadim, you're putting me on the spot. It was your responsibility to get ready for this conference. I'm just here to introduce you to this crowd, and that's it. And then I'm going away. I'm off the stage." So like, see, I'm putting her on the spot. That's a good idea to put somebody on the spot. All right. Well, now I'm not putting you on the spot because I told you what you would do, so you had some time to get ready. Yeah, and the cat is there to support you. All right. So let's talk about your town.
I live in St. Petersburg, but I think that my life is boring because I'm a homebody, and most of the time I prefer to stay at home, but my life change it changed when my maybe relatives or friends come to St. Petersburg, and they always need to see more new things, more new places, more sightseeing. So before they come, they always uh, said me that they will come, and we make
Said to me.
maybe
Said to me.
some plans.
Hmm.
They said to me that they will come, and we make maybe some plan, or about we take decisions about what we should do on this
What
1 or 2
we'd like
days
to do.
that what we'd like to do on these days, and mm, it depends on their interests, I think. Sometimes I ask them questions, what would they like to do, what they'd like to visit, and after that, I look for maybe some interesting places, some interesting theaters, plays, performances on these days, and we
For these
do that.
days. For these days.
So we go out,
Yeah.
and maybe we can start our day having a breakfast in some restaurant with a great view on Isaksky Sabor, and it is very interesting and fun. And I think that the most interesting in this is communication. We speak to each
Communication.
other, we communication, and we speak to each other, we spend time together. Sometimes we visit museums, theaters, maybe we can go to see some plays or live performances, and it depends on their mood and on the time, what time they can spend in St. Petersburg. Maybe really, I don't remember when we last time go clubbing. Most of the time we go
When we went.
clubbing
When
when
clubbing, yeah.
I when we went clubbing. Most of the times we go clubbing when I come to visit my family and my friends in Severodvinsk, and we usually go clubbing there, but not in St. Petersburg, because when they are in St. Petersburg, they have not so no they have a little time to spend here, and they try to see more sightseeing, and to maybe soak up the atmosphere of our
Okay.
town.
Yeah.
And every year when one of them come to me, we try to go sightseeing from a ship or boat. It's very interesting to feel the atmosphere of our town from the river, and it is very it's great and nice to see St. Petersburg from the boat, I think. And also it is very interesting for us to see our town maybe from the some high stops of the town, maybe a restaurant on the, I don't remember, 41 floor, 4th floor.
Yeah, it's 41st floor. I think that's the name.
41st floor, and maybe from I forgot, Colonnade of Isaksky Sabor. How to say in English? Colonnade of Isaksky. Yes, St. Isaksky Sabor, like something there. Yes.
All right, just a little concerned about being a homebody. When do you think you became homebody?
I became homebody when most of my friends in St. Petersburg they started their families. Most of the time they spent at home, and now most of them have little kids, and most when they go out. They spend time with their families and kids, and most of the time they are they throw they are concerned to their kids, and maybe we meet each other once a month or maybe twice a month, but most of the time we spend time at home, and we can play different games, communicate with each other, and
Socialize,
just
basically.
have some food. So just have some food and to try some food, but we stay at home.
So why don't you find younger friends? I mean, somebody who is younger, somebody who
I
doesn't have
didn't
a
think
family.
about I didn't think about it. I
Well,
think that maybe 1 year later or 2 years later, when their kids will
grow up a
grow up,
little.
I think that grow up, and I think that it can change.
So you will what? Go back to clubbing every night? I doubt that.
No, maybe not clubbing. I think that we can go clubbing when we want. If you have free about, for example, my younger sister. Yeah, I went in February. On February was her birthday.
In
She
in
was
in in
30.
in in.
In February it was her birthday, and she is 31 years old.
She turned.
But she
She
turned,
turned.
yes, and she couldn't have a party on her anniversary last year because she just got a newborn kid. So she decided to have a party this year, and she really threw a party for her and her friends, and she decided she ordered a limousine, and it was very interesting for me. She felt
Mhm.
herself great, and she went on limousine from Severodvinsk to Arkhangelsk. After that small trip on limousine, we during this trip we uh, take took photos. She ordered a photographer, and after that she wanted to go to club, and so we went clubbing. She had a lot of fun. It was great,
Wow.
very great for her. And after 3 years sitting at home, she decided
Better say staying at home. Like
to
you can
chill
say
out,
sit at home, but staying at home. Like yeah.
stay at home, and she decided to chill out, and she felt very great.
I like that. Just wanted to point out, okay, I like that even Julia has started speaking better. Like, I'm not talking about mistakes. We all make mistakes, but your
Yes,
speech started flowing. I because it's even hard uh, to interrupt you. I like that. You've become a chatterbox by just staying at home. So you don't need to go out. It's great. It's great. It's amazing what consistency can do. What you do something on a regular basis, then you develop a new habit, which can bring
yes,
you to a new goal. And the goal is to communicate. So I like that. I mean, wow. It just well, why I'm still saying wow, like wowing, is because you are the first group, and some things I could not know. I did not know. I didn't know how it would go. So, but now I see that it's going pretty well. There are a few things that, of course, I'm going to change for this course because I think we lacked some motivation, and I think it's what it was on me. So I want the next group to have more motivation, and I think it's important because I guess you guys or some of you, you have been pretty hardworking people because you are teachers, like some of you. And when you're a teacher, you understand that you have, well, okay, I'm not talking about every teacher here. Valerie is still exceptional. Uh, she's gonna laugh. Okay, I know that. She's kind of like a bad teacher. Yeah. but you are motivated by just finishing on your own. But I think that people who are not introduced to studying regularly, it'll be hard for them. And we have some of them, like Stepan, then Anton. So I see that it's pretty hard for them to maintain, to keep up with all those exercises. And I think they really need a push, like a kick. Somebody has
Magic.
to, yeah, magic kick, whatever. Somebody has to call them maybe every morning, like, "Hello, darling, how are we today? Are we going through, or are you just going to procrastinate and toast your life away?" They need this push, I think, and I'm not saying it's a gentle one. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, like, what helps you to go through this? Like, why you guys, why you haven't maybe decided to give up? I mean, yet you're still going through. Is it money? Is it just your goal that you want to reach, or you cannot give up? It's just not your character, Valerie.
Yeah. So finally, guys, I'm really trying to catch up with you all, but it's really hard right now because I'm really procrastinating, and I'm a great procrastinator, and I know the reason is and was not only my mother-in-law who visited me, and she actually left 2 weeks ago almost,
Uh-huh.
but I'm still struggling. But actually, yesterday I took up doing it again, and it felt so right, so good to be back, like shooting the video, talking to myself, rewatching again and again, and getting the feedback at the same time. This is
Mhm.
this is this amazing technique when you use the video, watching it and
Yeah.
trying to. Yeah, it is. And actually, thank you so much for letting me go, leave my comfort zone, really. So I was so shy, but actually there is nothing to be shy or embarrassed, especially.
It's hard to believe that you can be shy, especially you.
Yeah, yeah, actually I can really, but with you guys, you are like my family really right now. I know all of
Well,
you. So
we're
you
we're
are
like
close.
summer working camp,
Yeah, I feel so close with you.
potato camp. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
Carrot.
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
So actually, you are a daddy carrot and we're baby carrots. Actually, something like that.
No,
So, but the thing is, what keeps me working is the example that you actually set. That you are my examples, all of you guys. I mean, those who are in week
oh,
7, 9, 8, and I wanna prove it to myself that I can do it. And actually, that's why I'm not skipping the webinars, in spite of the fact that actually I didn't do any of the week 3 or 4 or 5. But I want to do it, and actually I will. I'm not giving you a promise. I know for sure that I will do it. So
promise
I'm
to
not.
yourself.
Yeah, it's my promise. I'm not gonna break it anyway. So, and this topic, actually, entertainment, is really, really, something that made me feel scared, because at first, I mean, I've never thought about telling to anybody about my city in English, the way of entertaining. This is, I mean,
In
thinking
terms
globally.
of,
Yeah,
yeah, in
yeah,
terms of, yeah.
in terms of relating to my own city, like. And I started thinking, really, like, what would I tell to a tourist or to attract to my city, or what would I tell to my friends to come visit me? And this is the way I'm gonna teach my students. That's actually, I started telling them, guys, you should know how to depict the things that you see around you. This is,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
actually, yeah, this is it, and it works. And yesterday, I gave my students some tasks to come home and describe the things around you in your flat. Do you know the names of the things around in your bedroom, in your bathroom? And they came home and started, translating, walking with the dictionaries, and actually, and then they later, when we met next day, they said, oh, this is amazing, I know so many words. Okay, you name them, but actually, can you speak English? This is another way.
Are you
So
making them to shoot videos?
actually, this is the next stage.
Oh,
Yeah, so and you are a great example to
yeah.
follow.
Well,
Yeah,
somebody
and
has to
actually,
be the first one.
yeah, and actually, I always tell them stories about you.
Oh, Valerie's gone, I guess. Ah, she. Okay, I understand. Okay, because right now it's pretty
With you,
easy.
actually.
Oh, you're back. Okay, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So, and actually, I always tell my students that there is a teacher who actually shoots everything and around, and he can actually speak easily. You can just, I usually give them the link
Yeah.
on your Instagram account, and actually, then they say, "Oh, he's great." I say, yeah, he is, and actually, you can do the same. Come
You can
on,
do the
guys,
same,
keep
right?
up.
That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
This
not
is
doing this
like
to boast or show off. Okay, I want people
yeah,
to join me.
this is like people start doing it. Probably this is the way how we leave our comfort zone as well. Like it used to be my milestone, and now thank you actually.
Welcome, because the first thing you have to do, you have to turn off this, let's say, this criticism department, or like where a lot
Yeah,
of midgets, they work and they run with papers, delivering different information to you. Hey, you are not worthy. Okay, you're not good. You're making a lot of mistakes. You just have to shut them down. It's like, hey guys, you are going to have a very long vacation, so goodbye. And so then you take your phone and then you start shooting. Okay, yeah, you do make mistakes. Okay, who doesn't? Or who is perfect? Okay, and I always
whatever.
say, like, because some of my American friends, they follow me and watch my stories, and they comment and they leave some kind of feedback, and I'm thankful to them. But I keep saying that, hey guys, you give me only constructive criticism. I don't need any what
Bad
is
one. Yeah,
snarky snarky
comments.
feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I say, like, hey, if you put yourself in my shoes, let's say you needed to learn Spanish, you think what? You would just somehow miraculously avoid all making all those
Mistakes.
mistakes. You would just jump over this abyss, like, yeah,
Huge.
whatever. Yeah. So no, you would definitely fall into, and you would have to climb up to get to the other side. So come on, don't think that it's easy. It's not. But if you do this, step by step, and you make it your routine, then the fear is being replaced with your confidence. Because first of
Hmm.
all, you have to build up your confidence, and then because you know how many online experts now we have, like people want to teach you like anything, anything. Okay, so even how to pick your nose, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Maybe there's a certain technique. Uh, to do this
Probably.
secretly, like, you know.
Nobody knows.
Uh, I'm just saying that you don't. I've watched a video recently, and there was a person. She was saying that people who know very little of some kind of subject or about something, they consider themselves immediate experts on that
Yeah.
topic. People who know a lot and they learn, the more they learn, the less they feel, or let's say the more they feel that they know very least.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and that's where they get this lack of confidence. Like, oh, I don't know enough. I need to read 10 more books, and maybe then I can come out.
Yeah.
Uh, you're already an expert. Come on, forget about this. But people who know, just like, let's say they read a quote or a post, and then they say, like, hey, I can tell you how to do this. Okay, I can tell how to save money. Okay, please come. Look at my rented car, and it's yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I know right now it's you making videos and shooting videos every day. It's your routine, and whenever I get let's say a 40-year-old student, and it's completely different generation, so they do not understand like how, like, it's stupid I am looking at my phone and talking, but damn, we need to open a book and
I
then
am a
study like normal
40-year-old
people.
student.
Yeah, yeah, you're 40-year-old. Okay, so
Come on.
well, okay, I'm gonna be a 40-year-old guy in 3 years, or in 4 years. In 4 years, okay. I just go to the gym, so yeah, I try to hide this. And yeah, short haircut, it helps. Yeah, so you can see that I'm going great.
Mhm.
So but I tell them like, hey, look at all those people. You see how what kind of breakthrough they've made. Like,
Yeah.
don't you want to be the one of them, or you just want to waste your time? I mean, you have to do this. And then I say like, okay, okay, let's do it. Okay,
Let it.
yeah. I just like bring it on. Okay, I say, come on, man up, man up. Okay, you just have to say man up. All right. So I guess that you are not giving up. Yes. Okay. Valerie, she's just excited about finishing. And what about you, Tatiana? You are headliner.
So
Yeah, you're gonna win.
I am just a very responsible and disciplined person, and I want to, of course, I want to come to an end to learn what maybe I don't know yet, and it's not very difficult for me because I just made it
A
a part of
routine.
my daily routine. Yes, it's a part of my
Share
daily routine.
your because a lot of people that I interact with, they lack discipline. So where do you get this?
I think it's I was born with it.
Mm.
It's just my character.
But
I
your
can't.
son, like how you have a son, yeah?
Yes,
So what do you tell your son? Like how do you teach him to be more disciplined?
I think he also was born with inner
Mm.
discipline because I don't check his school activities and his school homework. He is highly motivated to learn hard and to get excellent marks. I don't know why, though I never told him that he should get only fives or something like that. He just he's interested in being the best in class. I don't know.
Mhm. So
So I
Valerie,
think it's
Valerie, what do you think? If you were more disciplined, do you think your life would be better?
Ah, nah. So I know I you know actually this is the way I am. I'm quite a messy person. Like whenever my friends come visit me, they usually say your life is a kind of a chaotic, hectic,
Chaotic,
fussy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I
hectic.
say, yeah, yes, I do. I do have such kind of life, but I feel pretty good with the way. But the thing is that my husband is quite disciplined, and he's the person who tolerates me. And if we were together in this life story course, I would be with all you guys because he is the one who actually lets me and keeps me going and walking. So, and I don't know. This is the way I was actually going through my adolescence. I was never really, so cautious about being on time, but I'm on time for my lessons. I'm on time for the
Well,
meeting,
people
but
pay you, come on.
yeah, but I'm not really. I mean, if something doesn't matter, or if something is not a matter of money or work or interest for me, it's not worth my time. This is maybe it's a bad philosophy, but this is it. This is me. So I know for sure that I need to change, and my husband really tries to help me with that. He's like my
For how long?
uh, well, actually, we have been together since 18. I am 34, turning 34 this
Oh,
summer. Actually, yeah, pretty 20 years soon. Yeah, actually, about 19. How many? Okay, I'm really bad at maths. Well, actually, and
yeah, it's pretty long.
pretty long. And but I don't know. I can't tell. I'm not really a such a messy person. There is always my desk is always clean at work. For example, there is such a kind of a rule that I should follow, like be
But
ready
you're a
for the
girl,
next
so of
day.
course you're
Yeah. So, but as for the rest of my life, for example, uh, if we take into account the way I was actually going through the first years of my son's life, so first 2 years was pretty tough for me, because being a mom, being disciplined, feeding on time, and doing all the stuff, I felt stressed. I
yeah.
didn't want to fail. So, and when he turned 2.5 or 3, so I let it go. So now I feel more relaxed, like the usual way I used to be.
Kind of like a
So,
couch
but
potato, yeah? No?
yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm
I
not a
need,
couch potato.
I wanted to use that, okay? What about you, Julia? Why don't you say a few words like what keeps you going? Okay, well,
No,
she's
can you
okay.
repeat? Can you repeat?
Yeah,
I didn't hear because.
why don't you just give up, okay, and then have some fun?
Yes, I have a lot of fun. To say the truth, it was very difficult for me to join our online webinars because I was very confused and I was very shy. When I saw first video from the first webinar, I asked my question what for I'm here and what I'm doing here because
Yeah, I remember that.
everyone
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
teacher. They
Oh,
speak so fast. No, I understand them, but I can't speak anything in English. It was awful, I think. But then I try. No, so I'm not so very disciplined, but I just started to walk and I walked. I made my videos and I see, watch, listen, and I understood that I can
Yeah.
do that and in some weeks, maybe on the 6th week or on the seventh week, I saw some results, and now I can say that I can work on it, and the result will be. And I think that's very interesting
Super
for
bonus.
me, and it is very
12
interesting
more
for
weeks
me.
for you.
Yes, I think I can't. I think that I wouldn't stop. I want to work more, and I want to speak and to know more. And it is very interesting for me to listen to you first of all, because I see you and I watch you and I listen to you and I understand that I can do it. Why?
Yeah, it's
Why I
doable. Come
can't?
on.
Why I didn't
Just reach out.
do it 5 years ago? I do it. So I
I'll spread the
continue to
waters
work
for
and
you.
I continue to make videos and I think that it's very interesting and
I
thank
think
you.
that what you should do, you should, like after this course is over, you should kind of like maybe start your own vlog. Just vlogging. And
Login.
yeah, vlogging. Okay, just for yourself, like and so that you would need to do this for somebody. Okay, like you're doing this for yourself, but let's say you assume that you have some sort of audience, people who follow you, they like your videos or hate you so much, and this is why you want to continue because you want just to destroy their lives
Hey,
and by
haters.
speaking English. Okay?
Haters.
And so you just wake up and, oh, this is my regular day. I need to get up. And then I go, okay, it's very interesting life. Come on, guys, wait for my next week video. Yes, I will not disappoint you. And you just do this from day to day. And people keep watching you. So who knows, maybe you will get that platinum thing, from YouTube.
Yeah. Button.
Because, yeah, that's what a lot of people do. They just talk about their life. And
Yeah.
so when people watch.
People.
So I just think because like when I started to study English, it was in 2005, and I didn't have a good camera, so I had like a potato phone. So I was basically filming with potato, so to speak.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just talking to myself. I would stand in front of a mirror and I would talk for hours because I understood like I need to speak. So who can I speak with? Okay, Americans. Yeah, I was surrounded by them, but they were not so generous as to give me some of their precious time to speak with. So I had to kind of like bother them, bug, and even chase. I was a stalker. That's what people called me. But we don't have a law for that, so I was safe. Because in America, probably I would be charged with something, some sort of misdemeanor, as we say it, not felony. And so that's what I did. But right now, I understand that, let's say if I started, like I want to learn Italian, I will just start vlogging. I will start talking about the things that surround me, and I will learn in terms of like topics. So let's say I'm out, okay, so shopping, I really need to do that, to buy some food, and the expressions that I need for that, it's pretty understandable right now. So it's kind of like cracked. So you don't really need to sweat a lot. So you just have some ground patterns. You have the expressions that you cannot fit in those ground patterns, what you speak with. And you understand how to change tenses. And then you just need a lot of phrases, and you need to speak. So if you stop doing this, then very quickly this ability is going away. You know that yourself, right? So if you don't speak for 2 or 3 months, you feel that you feel a lack of confidence. But if you speak every day, it's like going to the gym. So you still feel strong. If you're asked, oh, can you please do 10 pull-ups? No problem. I can do it, okay? Yeah, but let's say you went on a very long vacation with your habibi, honey, okay? You handsome man, and then you were eating a lot of burgers. Oh, and then you're back in the gym, and people ask you like, okay, can you do 10 pull-ups? Oh, no, later maybe. Okay, I need some time. I'm not prepared. Okay, maybe 2. Like that's how it goes with anything we do. So you need to have some kind of consistency. And when you start to learn another language, you need to understand that it's going to be in your life. You cannot just do this for, let's say, 6 months and then forget about it. No, you are learning, you're using it, so your life is changing. So this another language is a part of you already. You stop doing this, you're losing it. That's it. So just enjoy it. Then later it becomes easier to continue learning because your brain starts absorbing information at a faster speed. Like right now, you really have to dedicate a lot of time. You need to study a lot, but then you kind of like speed up. If people say something to me, I need maybe 1 or 2 times to repeat that, and I can already remember. So I say this a few times, and then I can use it. But it takes some time. So you cannot get to this point in no time. So it becomes a habit. Like for some people who are fit and strong, go to the gym, it's easier for their body to go through a very intense workout. And let's say for me, it's still hard. So I would need to catch my breath. I'm done. I cannot do this, okay? But I understand that if I do this regularly, then I will reach their potential, and then it will be easier for me. That's all I wanted to say. All right, so I'm glad that you guys going through, and I keep saying that I'm lucky to have students like you, so that I still have a handful of people, Gorska, a handful of people who are going through the course without, I would say, just like I push them and they're going down the hill, like the snowball effect. And I'm not really doing pretty much anymore like that, okay? So this is good. All right, well, so let's wrap things up. I think it's been a good day. I know that live sessions are important, not in terms of only to study, but to get motivated, supported, and inspired. So we got inspired today, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Tatiana, you need to go back to sleeping.
It's already.
Yeah, I'm joking. Okay, okay, back to sleeping like you had to wake up for this live session. No. And Julia, I think the weather is still nice because you live in St. Petersburg, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe it's time to go out and have some fun. Okay, you can remain a homebody, but come on, you have to step outside for a while. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so I'll be happy to see you next Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with me. Okay, thanks for making it happen. Okay, yeah, bye bye.